Because a lot of times when people are talking about the inflationary effect of government spending, they're really thinking, what's my dollar worth? Like, what are these dollars in my pocket worth? So here's how you think about it. The dollar comes from the government. The dollar is it's a monopoly, sure. So the government has the responsibility of setting a conversion rate for the dollar, of setting a price for the dollar. And that's what essentially the job guarantee does. It sets a conversion rate that $10 emitted into the economy will be worth 1 hour worth of labor. And so there are various sources of inflation. The economy moves in various ways. There's private source, there are credit, speculative sources, and foreign forces of inflation. The question is, the government itself, are they a source of inflation? And the way the government spends today is it sets some budget, and then it says to the private sector, sell me some stuff, but you set the prices, and the private sector decides to set prices. If there's deficient demand, the prices are lower. If there is strong, scarce resources and strong demand, the prices might be higher. But the government does not set prices. But you have another way of spending. You say, I will pay for labor at this conversion rate, and I will tell you exactly the dollars that I put into the economy, what they're going to be worth. So when the economy is shrinking and the government is increasing its stimulus, it's not causing inflationary forces. It's spending exactly, the dollars that they're spending are worth exactly the many hours that they say the dollars are going to be worth. And when the economy is experiencing inflationary forces from private sources, the government sector shrinks. So the government is an anti-inflationary force. So here we are trying to answer the specific question of whether the government is a source of inflation and how do we structure spending in a way that it is anti-inflationary.
All right, I'd love to actually build off of...
Yeah, can I just say one quick thing about the job guarantee anchor? And I know I love talking, I'm sorry. But I say to people, if you have a job guarantee, it's sort of like having a hand crank machine that anyone can use, and however much you crank the machine, that's how much of the real output that the dollar is valued. So, if it produces 1 joule an hour, then your $10 is worth, at very least, 1 joule of energy. And then if you go and buy a soda for $5, you know that the soda is worth 30 minutes of your time. Right? So it's sort of, if not a real labor theory of value, it's counterfeiting essentially a labor theory of value within the context of the job guarantee. And the beauty of it, from a democratic perspective, is everybody's labor is worth the same. Whether a school child or an adult, they can all know that the soda is worth 30 minutes of their hang.